Hello, everybody! Welcome, one and all. My name is, as always, Ryan, aka Ryman, depending on what you want to call me. And this is our return to Ryman's Bizarre Adventures in Katawa Shoujo. I'm getting an itchy feeling that I might be nearing the end. Look at all the pictures we've unlocked! We need, based on Hanako's route, one more, and we're golden. Golden like Lily's hair. Oh my god. I did not intend for that. Anyway, the last time we were here, I actually remember. We were allowed, cough cough, to go to a cabin in the middle of nowhere. The last time I did this, I came across a very spooky book that resulted in a lot of misadventures. But that's in the past. This is the now. The morning chill wraps itself up around my shivering body. It's cold. Hisao has a flair for the dramatics when he has to self-monologue. I huff into my cupped hands to desperately try and stave off the cold as we mill about on the station platform. Lily's clothing looks rather ill-suited for the temperature around us. I can only hope of the indicative of what she expects the weather to be like at our destination. Oh my god, girl, you must be cold. That and the illustrators are probably a little too cheap to draw her in another outfit. Damn it, Lily, why do we have to get here so early? What's early? What time is it, Hisao? Because from the looks of this picture, it looks like it's 11 o'clock. Oh my god, he's my spirit animal after all. Unfortunately, the train schedule is against us. The next train to... The next train to Hokkaido... I don't speak Japanese, shut up! The next train to Hokkaido is at 2 in the afternoon. Great. Just great. I pause a moment to wipe some sleep out of my eyes, and Lily promptly takes advantage of the opening. Cheer up, Hisao. Once we get there, it'll be much warmer. Why not just take the bullet train? A normal train's just going to take hours to get us there, so we may as well take the... Today's episode is just full of names I can't pronounce. It's like I'm back playing World War II online. I can't pronounce even remotely close to what the name of those towns are. That's how Jodine became the town of Jojo. I'm yelling, I apologize. But it's true. Ask the people in the audience, down in the comment section, who are actual veterans of my playthroughs in that game. We might as well take the Shinkansen line as far north as it goes, and just switch at the end. Oh god. Too much coughing. I'm okay now. There's a certain charm to older trains, wouldn't you agree? I'd agree if I weren't freezing my balls off in the morning cold because we decided to take one. I'm sorry, Hisao. Hanako, you are not responsible for the weather. Sorry? For what? I was the one who suggested taking the normal train. Well, then in that case, we take the normal train. I have no problems with the normal train. Way to make me feel guilty. All I can do is sigh and cover my face with my hand. It's fine, I'm just bitchy. My, Hanako, you needn't shoulder all the blame yourself. Even without your suggestion, I'd still have opted for the same thing. Thankfully for the quick interception with Lily, I take a quick gander around the station. Aside from us, the train's platform's all but deserted. The morning dew settling on the empty benches. I guess no one else is with them. Really? Oh my god. Masochistic Masochistic enough to break the very early morning. I think I got it! I need to stop doing these at night. I'm tired after a long day of work. Though if someone was, they would more than notice the huge bags both Lily and Hanako brought with them. Why the big bags? We all wear the same goddamn clothes. Just what did you have to pack in those things anyway? The bags? She pauses a moment and tilts her head in thought. A change of clothing, raincoat, underwear, sleepwear, a number of books. I think that's most of it. You make it sound like as if I'm unprepared. You brought less? No, just the usual toothbrush, change of underpants, an assortment of weapons. That's all I really need when I go outdoors. Underwear and a pack of cards, that's it. Okay, he's missing toothbrush and the weapons to fend off the bears, but okay. We will have to fight them with our bare hands. That sounds awesome, actually. And my pills, but never mind that. No pajamas. I sleep nude. Damn, I knew I forgot something. As I ruffle my hair in frustration, Lily sighs. There should be clothes you can use there. Akira Steele occasionally goes there, after all, and I think some of our parents' clothing is still in storage. You want me to get in your parents' pants? Oh, no. I don't think there'll be any problem with you borrowing a set of pajamas, if need be. Thanks. Still, I don't mind just sleeping in my normal clothing. For 2 days? Good point. Ah, you little wuss, I've gone longer! Sleep that's nice in college. I don't recommend it. Not really, though 2 days would be borderline. It's more than looking even a little like a slob would be unappreciable while in presence of 2 girls. As we leisurely talk on the station platform, an announcement sounds from the loudspeakers, loudly heralding our ride's arrival. Ding, ding. Get away from the tracks! Looking past Lily and Hanako, though, the train's still well out of sight. A quick check on my watch is enough to see that it's the one we'll be taking. The 5:30 train was ours, right? Correct. If you want me to take your bags, mine's not exactly heavy. My, that's very gentlemanly of you, Hisao. Yes, don't accept too reluctantly now. As I bend down to pick up Lily's large bag, I look up to see Hanako picking up hers. You fine with that? A silent nod's the only answer. I'm starting to get the feeling that by the trip's end, I'll be able to count every sentence she said on one hand. Oh my god, I actually thought Hanako was holding up Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Oh my god, the background is moving! We have a budget! Oh man, I'm laughing at the fucking cards. With the morning landscape passing by the window and the occasional rattle of the train bumping the carriage around, I try to focus my attention on the aging playing cards held in my hands. I'll raise you 5. She scrunches her face up and leans over to Lily. Conspiratorially. Yeah, she's gonna be able to read your fucking cards. The two exchanging a few whispered words, concerning how often this has happened so far. I'm coming to doubt Hanako's grasp on how to play poker. Lily, is this a good hand? Sure, Hanako. It doesn't seem to disturb Lily's reading, though, her hands flittering over each page with only occasional corrections to account for the train's bumping and rocking. My collection of chess pieces that we're using is chips is steadily growing anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. Looking around us, our carriage is almost as empty as the station platform we waited for the train itself on. Only a handful of people can be seen, looking mostly like tourists and couples on holidays. Just throw the couples off. While the two continue their less than clandestine strategizing, a small boy looks over the seat and stares at me. The fuck do you want, Junior? Hoping he doesn't begin to stare at Hanako, I simply give him a wave and smile. No, you give that kid the finger! I'm great with children, by the way. Thankfully, he retreats back to his seat after finding me far too boring to waste his attention on, and then proceeded to kick the back of his seat. I'll see you and raise you another 5. Damn, you got me. I fold. Bullshit. I've been bluffing, and she's caught me. Hanging my head, I push over a large portion of my winnings. Hanako looks absolutely oh, look at that! Oh god, no, the wrong thing. Look at that! That was a good picture. But now it's worth it. Okay. Hanako looks absolutely delighted, and even if Lily keeps her attention focused on her reading material, I can see the smirk on her face. They're both extremely pleased. For a moment, I try to work out what Lily's reading, but the cover is too faded to read beyond the fact that Roman letters are on it. A pity I can't read the braille above the printed title. What are you reading, Lily? The title looks like it's in English. That's right, it's And Then There Were None, an old British story. I could read it to you if you'd like. She extends the offer with a grin, obviously in jest. I think I'll pass, thanks. I would have destroyed that girl in poker. After a seemingly endless trip, we finally reach the promised land of the Shoujo summer house. Even after the train trip, the walk-up seemed to take forever. I don't know why I expected more. Don't mind the silence, folks. I'm actually trying to look over the house. The yard could do with a shit ton of work, but... Are these AC units dangling out the window? Do you not have one hooked into the... No, I need to put contractor mode away right now. I'm not at the job. I'm not at my job. The roof looks like it's in good condition. Okay. Despite my grumblings, though, I'd have never guessed the sight that would be in store for us once we traveled that long, deserted road. It looks more like a farmhouse than an everyday house, I'd imagine, small in size and surrounded by trees and bushes. An empty expanse of wheat fields and farming land can be seen as we walk up, the fencing only consisting of rickety old wooden planks. It really drives home... Take it from the top, Ryan. Okay. It really drives home how far we are from major cities, and it's a sight that feels antithetical to the environment I grew up in? The only thing that doesn't surprise me is the Western styling. Wow, it's amazing out here! It's wonderful. That's nice to hear. Well, Akira may have said that she's kept the house in reasonable condition. I was worried that we might have different standards of reasonable. It looks like there isn't another soul for miles. Thought Akira would be the type to keep to the city. Lily furrows her brow in thought, seemingly recalling almost your forgotten knowledge. From memory, there's a small town not too far ahead. Other than that, though, this is largely just old farmland. Akira and I stayed in our parents' house, which was in the nearest city for a while, but after they'd left, we decided to move into a smaller, more easily maintainable house. To find a place like this in Japan nowadays, it's kind of, I can't pronounce anything in this goddamn episode. Fuck me. Well, this town does have quite a bit of history. I look down the street one last time before getting back to the task at hand. Shall we go in then? I'm parched. It was a long walk to get here. Lily gives an enthusiastic nod, the three of us lugging our bags into the house. As soon as we set foot... Oh, what the fuck is this couch? Lily, I know you're blind, but come on! What is this hanging from the ceiling? And those curtains! Someone likes polka dots. Someone needs to be shot. As soon as we step foot inside, Hanako and I start looking around, taking in every detail of where we will stay for the next few days. All the artifacts of another's life stop mid-motion or around the house, such as the television guide lying beside the counter it was on, and pans in the adjoining kitchen still sitting on the stove. It's a strange feeling, really. It's as if we're stepping into Akira's life for a brief moment, before leaving in a couple of days, just as we come. Of course, the more mundane reality is that she just hasn't cleaned up after herself that well. What's my time? Not too bad. Where should we put our bags? I'll show Hanako to our bedroom. You can put yours here if you like. So, cool the jets, brother. You mean I don't have the same bedroom as you two? Cool them, please. Hanako flowers into a full blush as Lily takes her cheek in her hand. Oh my, how bold. You too. Hold on. If I'm to leave my bags here, where will I be sleeping? Well, seeing as the lack of a guest room, tell me I get to crash on the ugliest couch in Japan. Oh, I'm sorry, the ugliest futon in Japan. Sorry, so I sigh, laminating my place on the bottom rung of sleeping location priorities. I guess there's no other choice. What is that underneath the futon? Is that the ugliest pillow in Japan? Lily leaves to show Hanako to their bedroom, so I take a small tour of my surroundings after I drop my bag on the floor. Whose house is this? Is this the developer's house? I'm sorry if this is your house, man, but you have the ugliest fucking furniture. If the team is watching this now, and God, for sake, I have no idea why they came to this desolated part of the internet, but they're probably at this moment right now going, hey, fuck that guy! I like that futon! Okay. Your kitchen is dated, sir, and it needs to be gutted. The kitchen, just like the living room, is fairly modest. The rustic nature of the wooden furnishing drives home just how far we are from civilization. Returning to the living room, I decided to try out the television until they get back. With a touch of the remote, it immediately flickers to life, apparently set to a news channel. Almost flopping down from exhaustion rather than sitting, I lay back and watch. And watch. And watch. As the music fades. Oh God, I'm dying! Don't let me die on the ugliest furniture! I'm okay with dying with my boots on, but don't let me die on that thing. Hisao. I quickly blink to wake myself up, Lily and Hanako having returned minus their bags. From the Hokkaido night sky visible outside the windows, it looks like I drifted off to sleep. Looking at the wall-mounted clock, it's already 10.
You found the television, then?
Yeah, it really does feel nice and homey here.
I'm glad you like it. You were already out like a light when we came back after unpacking our things, so we didn't have the heart to wake you sooner.
Judging from her giggle, I must sound funny when I sleep. I swiftly decide not to inquire. Oh, God. That's horrible. Folks, I've been told by numerous people I talk in my sleep, and apparently I say messed up things. Like, apparently there was this one time I woke up in the morning and my roommate in college, he was in the corner of the room, like, looking at me, saying, "Dude, are you okay?" "Yeah, why?" "What did you dream about last night?" "I don't usually remember my dreams. Why?" Which is true. After some events, like, I don't really dream much anymore, but anyway. I have trouble remembering my dreams anyway, but anyway. He looked at me and he said, "Well, you talk in your sleep, dude." Okay. What did I say? And apparently, I said I was saying full sentences. Apparently, in my sleep, in my dream, I said, "Bitch, don't make me bitch slap you. And if that's not enough, I have fried chicken in the oven waiting for your face." I don't know what the context is, and I was the one who had that dream, apparently. So, yeah, I say fucked up things. There's some dinner waiting for you in the kitchen. Hanako gives a deep yawn, only just remembering to cover her mouth the last second. Oh, God, it's fucking contagious.
My, are you tired? I didn't get much sleep last night.
Girl, it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm pretty tired, too. It was a long walk up here, and it's getting late.
If that's the case, I suppose we should retire for the night. Good night, Hisao. Good night.
Night.
With that, they quietly turn and walk to their bedroom.
Rubbing my eyes, I sigh. I wonder if I'll be able to get back to sleep after being woken up. I suppose I'll eat something and watch more TV quietly before going to bed. And that's the end of a chapter.
Let's see, based on how long I've been going, I think I can squeeze in some more time.
Okay, this is it. This is when I die. This has been a hit this whole time, and Hanako's come for me. Well, I'm not going out without a fight. Where's my Arasaka? Let's go. I give you magical times in Season 1, Hanako, and this is how you repay me? Don't ask whether or not I sleep with weapons around me.
Is he still sleeping? I think so.
I'm not. I am, however, incredibly tired.
It's getting late in the morning.
I know that.
He likely stayed up to watch television. I could hear it from our bedroom.
Only because I couldn't get to sleep.
Should we wake him?
Don't do that, Hanako. Please.
No, we should leave him. I doubt he want to be woken early if he didn't get much sleep during the night.
Thank you, Lily.
Besides, he sounds so peaceful, it would be a shame to wake him when he's like this.
Keep a straight face, Isao. It's nice she cares so much, though.
Hanako, could you go to the fridge and fish out what's needed to make lunch? Alright, just the vegetables and rice.
Fuck you, no vegetable! Where's the meat?
That should be enough. We only need something simple, and we can eat in town later.
Hanako's footsteps on the carpeted floor can be heard, moving away from the living room. As they do, I feel Lily's hand gently rest on my chest. I should probably put my weapons away now. False alarm. I thought it was go time. In life, ladies and gentlemen, always be prepared to wake up fighting. When the first thing you do in the morning, listen and follow this advice. First thing you do in the morning, you should always start flailing your arms around, punching at whatever, just in case there's something waiting for you. And if need be, have a knife or machete or hatchet underneath your pillow and just oh shit, ah! I've said too much. Not today, death! It takes titanic effort not to react, but something about her makes me think she knows I'm awake. A long silence passes. The only thought in my mind is of that gentle, outstretched hand laying upon my chest. After an indiscriminate amount of time, Lily withdraws her hand. Good morning, Hisao. Okay, conceding defeat, all too easily, I prop myself up and rub my eyes. How'd you know? The girl's blind, dude. She probably, detected breathing patterns in the air molecules or some bullshit, or smelt your wokeness. I don't know. It made no goddamn sense. You're breathing. Of course, I'm fucking right with the blind shit. Your breathing was off. Whilst that makes sense, she couldn't have needed that long to work it out, knowing her hearing. She likely knew before laying her hand on me. If you want to sleep more, you should really go to bed earlier. I heard that television going long into the night. Sorry about that. My medication's been interfering with my sleep for a while now. Even if I'm tired, I have trouble actually sleeping. I have trouble sleeping, Hisao, because of life. Okay? That and knowing that we're sleeping on... Move aside, Lily. That! I'm sorry for bringing it up, Hisao. I sigh. This is exactly the kind of thing I wish others wouldn't do. What, bring up my fucking medication? Bring up my fucking health? Who fucking cares? He has trouble sleeping because of his medication. That's it. That's all. It's arrhythmia. Say it with me, Hisao. You grow stronger for acknowledging this. We're addressing this, by the way. We're not walking away from this, Hisao. You sit right there on the ugliest fucking futon / couch, or whatever you want to call it, and we're gonna address this like goddamn adults. Come on, you worry about me more than I do at times. It just means I have to sleep a bit longer. That's all. But still, I say that I look absolutely fine. But I guess that wouldn't be a lot of meaning to you. She gives a sigh of... she gives a sigh of consternation before trailing off with a amused chuckle. Giving up the point. If you say so, please do take care of yourself, Hisao. Go on, Hanako could use some help. She moves to protest, but reluctantly acquiesces and disappears into the kitchen, her hand wrung along the smooth white walls as she slowly walks. For a while I sit and watch television and attempt to wake myself up a little more, but it's futile. I don't have anything better to do, so I follow Lily's lead. As I round the corner, I see Hanako and Lily, backs turned, quietly cutting food on the granite-colored counter. It's a horrible fucking counter. But what does Lily care? She's fucking blind! I am temporarily engrossed as I watch Lily guiding the knife down carefully with a finger on the cabbage she's cutting. Each slice delivered slowly, but with precision. She seems a little slow, but considering that she can't see what she's doing, it's a small wonder she can cook at all, let alone for both her and Hanako. Hi, Hanako. Lily, want any help?
Is that his... Ah! Oh, morning, his sound... What? Lily jerks back in surprise before turning around. Her yelp immediately drawing Hanako and me to her side. Did she cut herself? What's up? Small trickle of scarlet falls down from her pale fingertip, the knife having cut just deep enough to drop. Oh, God. I'm getting Toki Toki flashbacks. This is not... The fact that Hanako looks like Yuri is not helping. Breathe. Breathe. We're long past Doki Doki. It's long in the past. Monica, I can hear you. Not now. If you're wondering why this is giving me PTSD right now about Doki Doki, it's because it's a cut finger, blood trickling, and Yuri looking person in the room. It mirrors a scene. Wasn't really a bad scene. It was actually quite pleasant. But on the whole, we're moving on. We gotta move on. We have to. With the television sound masking my footsteps, she must not have noticed me coming. To compensate for having to use touch to guide everything she does during cooking, she must need to pay extra attention. Lily! Don't worry, Hanako. It's just a small wound. She says as she's missing half her fucking finger. You should still get a band-aid on it. At least until it stops bleeding. First aid stuff will be in the bathroom. Oh my God, just suck up the blood until it stops bleeding, and then just fucking get back to work. I think so. Will you be okay here, Hanako? I frown at how little heed she's paying to herself as Hanako gives a quick, almost automatic nod. It's fine. I can keep making lunch. I'm looking around the bathroom. Why does your bathroom look a million times better? The wall could probably do with some nice tile, but that's about it. I like the window. Focus. An awkward silence reigns as I set the bottle of antiseptic and the box of band-aids on the side of the sink. Lily's finger held out for me to treat. The lid of the bottle comes off with a minimum of resistance, and the small ball of cotton I soak in the liquid stains a pale green. Okay, hold still. This'll probably hurt a bit. Oh my fucking God, dude. She gives a small nod as I take hold of her hand to steady it. With all the tenderness I can muster, I gently bring the dampened wad to the small red line. You're treating the smallest of goddamn wounds that has actually stopped bleeding at this point. I'm sorry, guys. I've gone through way worse. Have you ever had a pressure-treated 6x6x12 piece of wood fall directly onto your hand, pinning it to the ground? Have you ever had like a fucking 80-pound stone slab fall onto that same hand, not the same day, mind you, pinning it between that stone slab and another? Have you ever stepped on a fucking nail? There's way worse. There was a guy at work who was working a nail gun. And when he shot the nail in, the nail had curved around, shot out, and, nailed 3 of his fingers together. It was awesome. He just pulled the nail out and just went back to work. No, the whole world has to stop because of the tiniest fucking cut. What? I barely touched it. Sorry. I give a sigh, both at her reaction and to settle my own nerves. Her pain tolerance is startlingly low. My God, I once had an ingrown toenail Hisao yanked out without the foot being, not the whole foot, without the toe being numbed. There's way worse, dude. I would tell you to man up, but I can't really. Fuck that, I will do that. Lily, you need to man the shit up. As she gives a small giggle, I take advantage of her momentary distraction and gently press the con against her finger a few times. Thankfully, it's enough to do the job. We both settle somewhat as I bring the band-aid over the tip of her finger, covering the wound while making sure not to get it stuck to her fingernail. There, finished. You can move now. Taking her hand from mine, she gently clasps it in the other. I'm looking over some of the actual scars that I've gotten from work. Hold on. Yeah, I keep talking about your fucking pains, Lily and Hisao. Thank you. People down in the comment section, in addition to the other usual comments that you post, please share with the class the wounds that you suffered from work that are far worse than a tiny scratch on your fucking finger. It's no problem. It's the least I can do after causing you to hurt yourself, after all. She lowers her head slightly at the apology, absent-mindedly rubbing her hand in what seems to be embarrassment. I really don't mind. Her answer doesn't seem to make much sense, given what happened is pretty clearly my fault. I can't help grimacing at her, despite the fact that her dainty smile still holds. She still must not like being reminded of the limitations her lack of sight imposes on her. It's something I can't possibly fault her for. I've fallen prey to the same kind of feelings before, despite my condition not being nearly as ubiquitous in my life. Neither of us are any. I'm falling apart over here. Neither of us any the happier. We head back to the various smells of cooking food coming from the kitchen. No, we have to go buy this thing first. I lay out the plates of food, steam slowly rising from the well-cooked rice and curry dishes, while Hanako lays out the cutlery. Knife one side, fork on the other. Western. How perfectly fitting for someone like Lily. As we take our seats, taking careful heed of the dark red tablecloth hanging below our knees, Lily emerges from the kitchen. In her hands are 3 glasses and a bottle of wine. Oh, we're gonna get fucking drunk. As I recall our previous run-in with that devilish elixir, I had my face in my palm. Alcohol? Seriously? Oh my god. She pauses as she reaches the table, a playful grin perched on her face. Akira specifically gave he permission to take the bottle from her collection. Not only does she give alcohol to minors, she even lets them pilfer their own? The perfect model of responsible adult Akira is not. More to the point, though, is that it is hardly a meal deserving of alcohol. There are probably a wave of people that could disagree with you, but anyway. I'm starting to think Lily's the type to easily become hooked on things. That's not really the problem. I don't really have any qualms with it, but didn't you have a bad experience with it last time? Hisao, you get bitten by a shark while surfing, do you give up surfing? Don't answer that. Last time was likely due to drinking too much, so a single glass shouldn't prove a problem. Think of it as a learning experience. I just spit on my computer. Oh god. I can't recall many learning experiences that made me feel rotten before putting me to sleep, but I'll take your word for it. She dips an uninjured finger inside to feel the liquid level. That probably would have been a little bit awkward if she used the other hand, but anyway. Tip against the bottom as the liquid rises up. I swear I'm not drunk! The white of her finger almost seems to glow as the sunlight hits it, the delicate outline blurred and refracted by the glass. Her fingers are definitely longer than mine, The kind I think more suited to a pianist than a teacher. She'd likely have done well if she'd learned how to play. We quickly dig into our meal, forks and knives clattering against plates. None of us are particularly eager to speak while eating, Lily altogether too reserved for such a thing, Hanako probably too shy to start a conversation, and I don't give a fuck. Such a pedestrian activity, eating together at a table, seems so utterly normal, yet it makes me realize how long it's been since I had done something like this. Eat at a table? Just the three of us, sitting around a single table, eating as if we're a malformed family. Maybe this trip, as far away from everything as we are, was worth it. It takes quite a long time, but eventually we all finish our surprisingly filling meal. The wine, thankfully, has a little effect given we only had a glass or 2 or 3 or 4. I slump back into the seat, rubbing my stomach contently. I'm stuffed. Hi, stuffed, I'm Ryan. I regret nothing. Oh, man. Lily pats her mouth with a napkin. Twice. Only twice. And with evenly timed intervals in between. It's hard to tell sometimes how she acts in a well-trained routine or well-rehearsed act. I think I must be as well. Did you like it, Hanako? It was nice. Now that we're all fed, shall we be off? Off? Where? You weren't privy to our discussion between Hanako and me, or Hanako and I, Lily. I get the impression that she's having a subtle dig at my sleeping in. We'll be going into the town nearby. I guess I should have expected the two girls to take a holiday as an excuse to go shopping, no matter where on this planet they may be. I am interested to see more around the north, though, so this can only be a good thing. Sounds good. How long's the walk in, then? It's supposed to be around a mile to a mile and a half. Oh my god, we can walk that. Nearby, huh? Great. Just great. Okay. As we climb up the path surrounded by trees and undergrowth, I watched Lily and Hanako walking ahead. The slight breeze all but whisks away the sound of Lily's cane gently tapping on the ground. I noticed that Lily's since removed the band-aid now that the bleeding of her finger has stopped. Oh my god. Again with the band-aid. I'm sorry, but really, a small cut. I remember this one time when I was at work, I got a nosebleed because a lot of fucking shit going through the air and like a lot of blowing and wiping the nose and all that crap. And I just started bleeding out through the nose, man. It was going like a faucet. But because we're working, there's not a lot of time to stop. So I was covered in blood. And you could see you could follow my trail of the blood droplets on the ground. Don't worry, it wasn't anything, we weren't working on anything stainable. Or that wasn't already about to be covered up. But you deal with it! That's the point I'm getting across! A deep, lung-filled breath of the fresh country air makes me wish all the harder that the air around home had been quite so clean. They're called air fresheners, just how. You can mimic this! They can't have even been a half a mile, but I'm already working up a sweat. It isn't a pleasantly cool day, though, so I shouldn't be too hard on myself for it. Hey, Lily, how well do you know this town, anyway? Since I spent quite a few of my vacations here, up until I entered Yamaku, I'd say I know it fairly well. We used to drive through once a week, and then please tell me you were the driver. How I wish Akira was here to drive us now. I quickly take a moment to rub my hands a couple of times, saving off the oddly cold feeling in them. Did you like it up here? I'd say it was nice during winter. Winter girl, I think that's right. But as you can work out, well, summers get a little too hot for comfort. It's nice and quiet, at least. My family's real house is quite far south. When they left Japan, my parents gave it to Akira and me, Akira and I. Only Akira lives there now, after my moving into Yamaku. Well, quite certainly describes this place. Though lonely is how I'd put it. Other than the prophesied small town, there isn't another soul for miles around. Coming from home, nestled deep within the big city, it's certainly different. I think that it's, if I not come to Yamaku, staying out in the country like this would be too much of a change to get used to. After getting accustomed to the school's isolation, though, the idea of living in a place such as this has become almost inviting. To be somewhere away from the hustle and bustle of the metropolitan centers. So, Hisao, have you been to before? Nah, I used to live down south, and we never have any field trips or holidays up this far. Well, it's a new experience for you then. Yeah, it is. I'm surprised at how nice it feels here. How about you, Hanako? She shakes her head from side to side. It's my first time, too. As we continue walking, I begin to feel pins and needles in my legs. It's a little disturbing, given that there's no reason for it to be happening. Are we about to die? Again? Can you two hold on a moment? I just need to... Is anything wrong? Nah, I just got pins and needles in. Oh, okay, we are dying. I need to stop putting these things in the universe. The death piano just kicked in! My vocal cords suddenly become taunted as my chest tightens instantaneously. I quickly pull my upper arm over it, trying to quell the shot of pain spreading throughout my entire body. Hisao? Lilith's face only mildly concerned, not knowing the side which Hanako's recoiling from. I'm fine. This is the sound of me dying. I'm fine, just tired. I remove my arm from my chest and force myself to begin walking again. It's just a minor heart flutter, so it will pass like the others. Nope, it's not going anywhere. We're gonna go. It only takes a couple of steps before my body violently revolts against me. My legs suddenly beginning to give way underneath me, and all the tension in my knees seeming to evaporate. Oh God, this is it. When I go, do not use the futon as my deathbed. Lay me on the floor! My last dying request. Burn the couch! And with that, let's leave this on a cliffhanger, yeah! Folks... My last dying request is burn the couch. Folks, if you had any enjoyment whatsoever watching/listening to me fumble my way through the wonderful, bizarre world of Katawa Shoujo, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Not just visual novel stuff that I go through, but a whole bunch of other stuff in my library. Take a quick walk around. You might find something you like. Also, hop on board and join, follow the Ryman Gaming Facebook page to keep up with all that news and content and good stuff, and take part and join the Ryman Empire by hopping on board and joining the Ryman Gaming Discord channel. Links for all this stuff is in the description below. That thing that a lot of people don't read. Not that there's really any reason to, now that I think about it. But anyway, I'm serious. We're leaving this off on a cliffhanger. Stay awesome out there, folks. Adios.